Welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. It's been a little bit since I played, so a little refresher for me as well. Last time we dealt with Balara, had a quest about, you know, the so the Veil Jumpers went missing or whatever. Turns out her brother's alive, working for Anaris, one of the forgotten Elven gods. We also went to Docktown with Nev, I believe. Sort of a figure from her past has turned up for the Venatori. We also did some side quests with Emmerich, and Tosh had a really nice little side quest too about their gender identity and just self-discovery. We got a missive I didn't read, a couple missives actually, so we'll start with that. The song goes on. Rook, fellow felon and bane to the Venatori. I've spoken to my fellow performers in hiding, or formerly in hiding as it were. We're spreading music through Docktown once more, along with a few messages in a verse or two about a certain heroic friend, lest you think my promise to write said verse was empty flattery. I'm a man of my word, let's make you immortal. As for yours truly, I've landed a gig at the Lamplighter, whether on street corners or the stage, our songs will be heard. Lex Aulos. What it meant. Rook, you pulled me out of that mess in the Hossberg wetlands. Okay, that's right. We did do some little side questing in wetlands also. There was a warden patrol that went really bad, and there was one dude left. After Weiss helped, I keep looking for reasons why I survived or a way I could make it worth it. I thought if I could make a big difference in the wetlands, maybe the reason would be fate. Evka and Antoine need volunteers to travel to the free marches and check on things. They suggested I go. The wardens who take the assignment will travel weeks on the road through unblighted land. I think I need that. I need to stop looking for some grand design my life fits into and just figure out what it is now. If I sound more lost than grateful, I am, but I still wanted you to know the latter. On behalf of our readers, to Rook, power in Manrathis is always shifting and far more than people realize, and mortal interests aren't the only ones involved in the perpetual rebalancing act. Excuse me. From what I've gathered, people in Docktown may feel less desperate in the days to come. Yeah, we've got Desperation Demon. Certain demonic weights have been lifted from our hearts, or from where they nested below our feet. Perhaps you or one of your associates could be quoted on some particular details. Regardless, our dear readers will know what happened and who they have to thank. I've entrusted Nev Gallus with delivery of this correspondence. Questions about where exactly it's being delivered to can wait for another day. From the humble writer of the Weekly Truth. Missive from the Formless One. These letters twist and writhe. The paper is made of flickering fade stuff. May your eyes rot. Excuse me, I'm about to burp.
May your eyes rot, may your heart burst, may you live 1,000 years so I might kill you when I am let out into your world again. On that day I shall be formless no longer.
Okay. We got a few people to talk to. Let's just start up here with Tosh, see what Balara and Harding are doing, go talk to the boys, and then see what Nev's up to, and then we'll leave Solus for last. I don't want to deal with him right now. Hey.
Hey, good. I wanted to ask you something. My mother and I have a weekly dinner thing. I was gonna meet her in Ravane. Wanna come? Fresh food.
Sure.
And I wanted to know you're good to work with.
Sure.
I mean, Shathan's house. A friendly dinner date. That's all I'm trying to say. Not the bar. I like you, Tosh, but not this playthrough.
Mythalas Matheneras. We thought it meant Mythal gives you dreams. It wasn't that. It was Mythal took your dreams all along. Isatunal. Mythal took your dreams. Your lyrium brings pride to our gods. Little dwarves, never yours the sun. Forever, forever. That's it. That was it the whole time. They knew. And then they forgot. We won't let them forget. Not this time.
That's cool. I was thinking about that, or just now, if companions have party banter out in the wilds, I guess it kind of can pick up back again in a Lighthouse, which is cool. I don't know if it's always going to be like that, or if it's is it continuation Or is it just happenstance that they're also talking about this still? Alright, Davern, you okay now? What's going on? Sadu.
Something wrong?
Got a message. A place called the Cauldron was attacked.
At some sort of Grey Warden tavern.
It's a secret Warden readout. No idea what goes on there.
Sounds like a prison.
Why are you involved?
I'm thinking like the
Because
Boiling
whatever
Rock from
attacked it
Avatar.
sounds like the Gloomhowler.
Now's our chance.
Then let's get rid of it.
Had the same thought. What's left of the Wardens are still licking their wounds. So we handle this alone. Just go to the Cauldron and get the Griffins back.
So true.
You have to promise to behave, boy. Listen to every word I say, stay out of trouble, don't do anything dumb, and don't eat any.
I think we get the point. What happened to he'll learn by doing? Sink or swim?
Yeah? But what if he sinks? I'm supposed to be the bodyguard. Keep that feathery butt safe.
He needs to learn.
What did you say? You're only as strong as your quarry?
And what if he's not?
How will he know if he doesn't try?
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Maybe that
the thing
tone
with
idea
Gillenane,
that
you know.
Unity between Warden and Griffin starts by having faith in each other.
Maybe. I suppose you were born for this sort of fight, boy. All talons and temper.
And a sharp tongue to remind you of it.
As long as he backs it up.
Okay. Gosh, I'm sorry. I thought my digestion would be fine by now, but... Oh, you're not in your little pantry. What up? Knife
This is
collection?
ominous.
Iago found something.
Something bad, I take it.
Venatori have been sighted among the relief effort in Treviso. Zara's minions, perhaps. But Ilario is certain
Bruh.
Zara is in Byrantium, and that any Venatori are another distraction.
What do you think?
I think I need to visit Treviso and find out for myself.
I'm coming, no arguments.
You're not going alone.
I can handle this, Rook.
Between what Zara did to you, spite, and everything happening in Treviso, you can't know that. Besides, it's a chance to clear the air between us.
You don't need to do this, but it will make for a smoother operation. The one advantage of chaos in Treviso is informants get desperate. It took an obscene amount of money, but I have a solid lead. Zara is in the chantry there.
What's she doing in a chantry?
If
Hiding?
she's there to pray, it won't save her from me. We only get one shot at this. We go when you're ready.
I thought we were done with this bullshit between us, and then there was a message on the side is like, because you helped me rat this, Lucanus doesn't trust you. It's like, bruh. I thought we were over this. Hey girl, what's going on?
What are you doing?
The wisps are drawn to something around here. The boxes are baited with notes, baubles, things they steal.
Maybe they're drawn to you.
They've been seen here when I'm not. There's more to it.
Keep your company.
If you're looking for backup, I've got you covered.
If you're that bored, I'll take the company.
When I woke up this morning, I didn't see Wisp Hunt coming.
Life's full of surprises.
Can't argue with that.
Good. You've got a habit of creating them.
Oh. Does not commit to romance. What? Cut off possible? Okay. I like surprising you then.
What?
Nothing. I just like surprising you.
Is that so? It's been interesting. I'll give you that.
I'll take it.
Good to know.
Is it?
You're full of questions.
And you aren't?
Nev.
Rook, I think. Caught a wisp.
Is that all?
Oh. Focus, focus on the matter at hand.
I don't ask for much, or for anything. You know, the world's not fair on a good day. You and me, Rook. We chase trouble. So what can we ask for?
One day at a time.
Today? A wisp hunt. I think it went well.
Is that so?
Good things happen, Nev.
No. I think you might be trouble.
Of course, I knew it was gonna happen. Oh my god. This is such a different side of her. It's crazy. Ooh, that was good. Good little tease. Woo! There's something new. The codex. Ooh. The wisps. It's not the room, easy to rule out. I'd moved my stuff, but they followed, back where we started. What are they after? They focus on the notes. Sometimes they'll circle a bauble or two, but mostly the notes. Why? Curiosity. Wisps are known for it. Emmerich's got a paper or three on the topic, but lucky me, I've got a desk full of mysteries and other people's secrets. So, say they like an unanswered question. Is that it? Is it all the notes or certain cases in particular? Their interest seems random, but is it? What's the pattern? They avoid anything related to the Opal Rose case. A coincidence? Too easy. Then again, wisps. Balara asked if this was a real case and I was keeping official notes. Yes. The Fade Sky. More to this place than it's letting on. Solus' influence, something more. Sometimes I hear the tide as I'm waking up. Disappears when I remember where I am. Could be me. Can't say I don't feel a little swept away, in half a dozen ways and counting. Found Fred sitting on a little outcrop. He pointed at the Fade Sky. Nothing new there I could see, but I'll keep an eye on it. I told Fred we can see half of Thetis in a day with the Illuvians, but we're all small next to that. Almost nothing. Fred hissed in response, and I left. Not sure how long I sat there, but suddenly he was back, handing me tea. Sat back down and we kept an eye on the sky. Cute. I like that they're friends. Okay, I guess it's time to talk to Solus. Oh god, see what he yells at me about. You let them get away.
The fall of Weishaupt reverberated across the Fade, as did the fall of an archdemon. But unless I am mistaken, both Elganan and Gillenane yet stand.
We took down Gillenane's archdemon, but we weren't able to kill her.
And how are you doing?
I don't think he's mad, because I don't want it to be like, you know, blaming anybody. It's nobody's fault. It's fucking elven god, which are, I guess, spirits in the long term. But I also don't want to brush it off, you know. I think there is something troubling him, so.
Right now, I'm more concerned with how the team is doing.
I expect their morale is shaken after what happened.
I know they can do this.
They have what it takes to stop the gods. I just need to get them to believe it.
Indeed. They must know beyond any doubt that you believe in them. You cannot stand against Elganan and Gillenane with logic. Those motivated by greed or self-interest will change alliances, but those who serve you with passion and loyalty will follow wherever you lead, even to their deaths if necessary.
It won't come to that.
I'm not planning to order anyone to their deaths.
If you gain their loyalty, they will need no orders.
Okay, bro.
They will volunteer.
Mass Effect 2 suicide mission. This is not happening.
Knowing I might have to send them to their deaths. There's always another option.
Perhaps you are right. Building your team is the best way to minimize the chance of such an order becoming necessary.
I'll keep that in mind. Do you have any suggestions on our next move against the gods?
If you oppose Elganan and Gilnenain's minions, you will get your opportunity.
You think one of the Antam or Venatori commanders will help us find the gods?
Possibly. But more importantly, you will aggravate them. You rendered Gilnenain mortal at Weishaupt. It is an embarrassment, an insult, neither she nor Elganan can ignore. If you continue to disrupt their plans, you will not need to track them down. They will come to you.
Then it's our turn.
And then we get some payback for Weishaupt.
As long as you are ready when the opportunity comes. One final warning. You have survived a confrontation with Gilnenain, which few still live to claim. But her power pales in comparison to Elganan's. If he takes the field himself, remember, in a fight such as ours, escaping to fight another day is a victory.
Okay. So you're... What is that? I guess he's he's saying, Gilnenain, go ahead and take her down, but Elganan is a bigger problem. Let's wait to strike on him. Oh, I see an exclamation point. Who's that, Emmerich? Emmerich? Oh.
I can't believe you're asking for a favor as though nothing's happened.
What crapped in your bed?
Sorry, didn't know you two were in the middle of...
Excellent. Come in. We could use a second sober voice.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
It's a figure of speech.
Let's call him little Emmerich.
Deep breaths, Emmerich.
Quite right. I should be above this.
Above what? I need one of these little needle things to dig some crap out of my armor. Death Mage won't give me one.
First, a bone threader is an extremely delicate instrument. Second, it's Emmerich, Tash. My name is Emmerich, not Death Mage, not Corpse Guy, not... I won't repeat the rest.
What? You are a Death Mage.
Why are all my attempts to converse with you met with scorn? What have I done to you, Tash?
You talk about corpses too much.
It's a rich topic.
No, corpses are messed up. They used to have people in them. You make a move like they're alive, but they smell wrong and they move wrong, and none of it is okay.
Just like...
Oh.
What?
Especially the ones with skin still on them.
It's good to clear the air.
Look, you two may never be best friends.
Nope.
But...
Okay, wait.
Maybe we can aim for getting along?
I'd no idea necromancy upset you so deeply, Tash. Quite honestly, I didn't think you feared anything.
I don't. But I could have said it was bugging me. I didn't think you cared what I thought.
Of course I do. We're colleagues on this journey.
Okay. Sorry I called you a liker. Skull liker.
Push Emmerich and Tosh to find new topics to discuss. Push Emmerich and Tosh to learn about each other's expertise. Oh. See, I'm a pretty non-confrontational guy, so I lean towards like, okay, if you guys don't like, you know, you obviously have differing opinions, differing views on things, then don't talk about those certain things. You know, but it's something I'm learning to work through. I'm not doing great at it, but I'm at least in the thinking stages about like I need to change that view in my own life because, you know, without getting bringing it up and also not trying to get too deep into it, you know, like the political climate in the world. You know, it's something that you can't just avoid talking about. It's something that I tend to just avoid in the sake of keeping peace, and you know, trying to sort of put that in the back of my mind when I'm interacting with certain people who have different political opinions than me. You know, it is a sort of survival tactic, I will say. But I also do think it's important to have those tough discussions and, you know, sort of, okay, let's hash it out a little bit, and like, you know, this is how I feel about certain things. So I'm leaning towards you can learn from each other, where they sort of need to just sort of get through whatever tension they are talking about. We're going to try it. You've encouraged them to find common ground.
Things together you'd never find out alone. Emmerich, you clearly find talking about dragons boring.
What? How? Who doesn't like dragons?
Aren't you curious why Tarsh likes them as much as you like necromancy?
The question crossed my mind.
And maybe Emmerich could help demystify magic, Tarsh.
Maybe he could share a little, so I know how to deal with walking corpses next time I'm in an old ruin.
I'd be happy to.
Thought you might be.
There we go. Also, damn, Emmerich is tall. I didn't realize. Like, he's almost as tall as Tosh. Well, at least he's past their shoulder. Sorry. Still pretty freaking tall. Oh god, now Davrin. Oh god, what's going on here? Manfred and Hassan. Oh, and Nev's walking around. Balara and Harding moved. What's going on out here? I was gonna leave the lighthouse, guys. Why'd you all move around and want to talk again?
Another day.
Yep. You just getting some fresh air, I guess. All right, what's going on? What's going on here? Okay.
Okay. Quiet now. Fine. Who wants a treat?
Bribery makes it worse.
You know, bribery just encourages bad behavior.
It's only a bribe if I had a treat.
Ah, ends justify the means.
A little white lie to quell the riot.
Are you sure it's little to them? And there's your answer.
Come on, guys, give me a break. Rook?
Be nice to Davrin.
Guys, Davrin's really tired. Trying to fight archdemons and evil gods. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Sorry.
Wait, you can't just leave me with the...
Good luck with that.
That's so rude. No. I want to help out.
I'm sorry, Balara. It's okay. Sorry about what exactly? Your brother. Him coming back but working with the bad guys. I'd say something like, I know how it feels. But I don't. Oh. Thank you. I'm here to listen, if you want to talk. Okay? Okay.
Nice. Hello?
Lucanus? Where is he?
Bruh, don't tell me you left. Don't tell me you left already. We were going to Treviso. Where did you go? Oh god. Where did you go, Luke? Oh my god, bro. I'm trying. I was trying to go to Treviso. Okay, we'll go there right now. I swear. Just please, where are you running to? Don't run off by yourself, Lucans. We haven't even been to Treviso in a couple days. It's okay, we can go. I won't complain about it or anything.
Back, demon! No further! Isn't standing up to them supposed to work?
Let Lucanus go. Don't make us hurt both of you!
What's going on?
Where are the actual mages?
Lucanus?
It's not Lucanus, it's the demon. It's taking him over. He's trying to leave.
Smells like jam and brimstone.
Rook, do something!
Spite, enough. Bad.
Spite? Stop. You're not taking Lucanus through the Alluvion.
I could, if you'd move.
So you can take him where? Off a cliff, or worse?
How did... Rook? Dash?
You tried to walk through the Alluvion in your sleep.
Spite wanted out.
I need coffee.
Coffee can't fix everything.
You can't just caffeinate your way out of this.
It's hard for Spite to take control when I'm awake, so I try to stay
Bruh.
awake.
You can't just stay awake forever. I think that would kill you.
I'll be more careful next time.
What? Can we talk to Spite? I don't. I was leaning towards our mages can help, but that feels like a band-aid. I think we need to like get to the bottom of this. What makes Spite tick? You know.
We have to make Spite understand that he's endangering you.
He's Spite, not learning. He doesn't listen to anyone. Don't worry about it. This won't happen again. And thanks.
Okay. Well, Spite's gonna win this because we are going through the Alluvion to Treviso. Questions on demonic possession. Why do demons seek to possess the living? History claims that they are malevolent spirits, the first children of the Maker, angry at their creator for turning from them and jealous of those creations he considered superior. They stare across the veil at the living and do not understand what they see, yet they know they crave it. They desire life. They pull the living across the veil when they sleep and prey on their psyche with nightmares. Whenever they can, they cross the veil into our world to possess it outright. We know that any demon will seek to possess a mage, and doing so will create an abomination. Most of the world does not know, however, that the strength of an abomination depends entirely on the power of the demon that possesses the mage. This is true, in fact, of all possessed creatures. One demon is not the same as any other. Demons can, for instance, be classified. Enchanter Brahm's categorization of demons into that portion of the psyche they primarily prey upon has held since the Tower Age. Excerpt from the Maker's First Children, Bader, Senior Enchanter of Ostwick. Scroll below in Lucanus' handwriting. Emmerich declares his categorization limited by Nevarran standards, and Nev claims it makes the matter overcomplicated based on what she's seen. Either way, it speaks only of mages again. Every text says I should be dead or impossible. There must be something else. Well, everyone's calmed down now, so we'll go to Treviso. Bloodbath. Oh my god. You said what? Who am I feeling? I want to bring a mage. Maybe we bring Emmerich. Just because I want to bring somebody to keep an eye on Spite here. We've been bringing Emmerich a lot, so I guess we can. Oops.
As a spirit mage, Emmerich, you must sense Spite.
I'm sorry that you two came together under such unjust circumstances. Ah. My sympathies.
You can hear Spite, even when he doesn't take me over.
This close.
What the hell?
I am so sorry.
Ah.
Over here. I have a route to the Chantry. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Lucanus goes looking for revenge in Treviso.
Blonde Lucanus is back. Here we are.
How much did you pay your informant again?
Enough to be certain. Zara's here. She owes me a debt of blood and misery, paid in full. There you are.
Oh.
What took you so long?
I don't trust you, bro. What are you doing here?
Ilario? What are you doing here?
I'm coming with you, cousin. No arguments.
This is my job.
This is Crow business.
How did you even know we'd be here?
Ah, Rook. Come to see how
Stop avoiding the questions, bro.
Treviso will blossom again. You must let me show you the progress we've made.
You kind of said no.
Lucanus told you not to come.
This isn't your type of job, cousin. There's no one you can charm into dropping their guard. Only fanatics. All you can do is get yourself killed.
Ah.
You think I'm not good enough?
Are you?
Fine. Have it your way, cousin. You know best.
Let's go, Rook. Zara is waiting.
I don't think taking him is going to be any better, but I just don't trust you.
Then. Don't keep Zara waiting.
Bro. She knows we're coming. You told her, you little. There's something fishy going on with Ilario. He is totally a bad guy. Oh God, what is that?
You're right, Lucanus. They are hiding in the chantry.
Portia. Ow, Mitch. Bro. Okay. How do you miss all of them, bro? Rook. Wake your ass up.
That's the last of them.
No, that was Portia, Zara's favorite dreamer and soothsayer. She used to come to the ossuary to read bones. If she's here, so is Zara.
That's good. As long as Zara doesn't know we're here, which she does.
Faustus. He'd follow Zara around the prison like a sycophantic shadow. We're close. He won't be far from her side.
I don't know, it just seems so easy. Like,
Kill the ungodly.
where the fuck is she? And also all her lieutenants are here. I don't know, just it's something. Okay.
Nonas and Decimos. I don't know if those were their names or if Zara just numbered her guards. We're close. I can feel someone using blood magic. A lot of blood magic.
You can sense that.
It makes the back of my eyes hurt.
Is it your spirit connection? Okay. Love it.
These poor souls will need proper funeral rites after this.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Like, this can't be this simple, right? We have the Anton to deal with still, too. And Ilario needs some explaining to do. Oh, God.
It's terribly uncivilized to drop in on a lady unannounced. Now the evening's ruined.
You're a little messy. It's over, Zara.
You're gonna pay for everything you've done.
Spoken like a true peasant.
God, she's like stained in blood. Huh. You just fighting her like this?
You're mine, Zara. This ends
I guess
with
so.
my knife through your
Hello?
heart.
Why? What is that? Ah. What's happening? I'm just gonna... Can I go in this blood? Okay. Hello? Oh. I guess it makes sense that she can't bleed. I'm like doing my bleed move. Hey! Okay. What's gonna happen?
So serious, Lucanus.
Oh,
Why
God.
don't we talk? I can tell you much about Venatori. That crows.
No, I want her heart quivering on our life.
You want to know who betrayed you?
Ilario.
Don't you? Who sent you to the ossuary?
Doc.
I knew you were risk.
Ilario? I told you this is crow business.
Amato.
What were you gonna say? Amados?
Get Ilario out! What? No!
Rook, I can't! That's enough!
What'd you just do? You did something.
What did you do to him?
Nothing. I don't know what happened any better than you.
Stop lying.
Get him out of here.
Why you always lying?
Away from Treviso, from the cross. He is a danger to the family.
Bro, it was him. Oh my god. What the fuck? Please, I want to put the pieces together. I have them in my hand. Just let me put them on the fucking game. Ilario and Zara were fucking. Ilario knows something about Spite and how to control him. There was some sort of blood magic I saw spurt thing there. So I think he has control over Spite somehow. And he's obviously the mole. We knew that since day fucking 1. We met Ilario, bitch ass. Maybe day 2, technically, but still. Oh my god, just let me put the pieces together in game, please.
You're awake.
Yes. I've been trying to figure out what to say to you. And there aren't
You don't
words
need to
enough
apologize. It's Ilario.
It's never been that bad before.
It's okay to ask for help.
Akonis, you don't have to do this alone. We have people who can help. Emmerich
looks at me like a thesis topic. We need to talk about Ilario.
He wants you to stay away from the crows. He thinks you're a danger to your family.
He's not wrong. If I cannot stay
Are we not going to talk about this?
He used blood magic to
Yes.
control Spite.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
How? He's not a mage.
I don't know, but something's not right.
I never trusted that bitch.
The night you were captured, did Ilario know you were boarding that ship?
Yes.
I never trusted that motherfucker.
I didn't say anything because...
Thank you for giving me an option to say this.
I've always had a bad feeling about Ilario.
For his sake, let's hope you're wrong. Rook, you did not need to come with me on this. But
Okay,
I'm
good.
grateful that you did.
Are we good? Or better, at least?
You and I? Yes. But Spite and I, we cannot go on like this. I have to find another way.
Okay, I'm so glad. I don't even care. The Spite issue is a whole other issue. I'm just so glad I got to say my piece about Ilario. The Constantine team were victorious, Zara is slain, but something's not right in House de la Morte. Gadlock and Antom. We didn't even deal with the Antom. Rook, we have learned more of what the Antom are doing with the Gatlock in Treviso. Please come find us soon. Okay. I was just there. Taya! You're really making it hard not to say something bad about fucking that place. Treviso. Where to Lucanus?
Cousin, Zara is dead. Perhaps you know that.
Yeah, I saw you fucking snap her throat.
When that demon took over, I wasn't sure what you might remember afterwards, so now she is dead and our vengeance is taken. You always took Katarina's adages on discipline to heart. Do you remember the night after the Moretti contract? We had so much wine I barely do myself. Yet you impressed that merchant prince and got us invited to the opera. You were always in control of the situation of yourself, and now, when the demon spoke, I didn't recognize the man before me. To see you lose control is to see how much was truly taken from you. You need time away to figure yourself out. Please, cousin, for the sake of the family, for me, take it.
Lucanus Logbook 3. Sensing the beyond. Rememberings from before when one was infinity.
Not a small shade, not a sharp-hooked claw in the guts. Take me out, take me, let me out. Rip.
The handwriting abruptly alters. When did this start? I drifted off. It was after I spoke to Harding. He can't have been here long. Candle was out, but not much lower than when I lit it. It may still be evening, or he blew it out and it's been hours. I'll ask Emmerich or Nev for an estimate of the time. Damn. What about Balara, cooking bestie? Cooking mama, you know? Oh, look at everyone's talking to each other. Oh my god, everyone's paired up. Okay, wait. Can't just go. Can't leave. we got to figure out what's everyone talking about. Hey guys, you all talking about me?
I got a letter from Maevaris.
Hey.
She asked how you were doing after your talk.
Good. Yeah. Tell her I'm good.
She's around if you want to talk more.
Maybe. Yeah.
Dweller, an invitation has manifested to the Black Emporium in Docktown. The antiquarian there is stagnant and stubborn, but he offers forgotten treasures for those in need.
Okay, Xenon. Hey girl, where you been? There was a codex on Xenon, so I was wondering if he was going to be in the game or not.
I didn't know archdemons could turn into, well, whatever Gilnena's dragon became. She was known for making monsters, though, so not completely unexpected. You expected a three-headed blight serpent monster thing? Well, maybe not exactly that.
Sorry, I'm hearing like birds chirping and shit. I was just seeing if I seeing if I could see it. I'm hearing things. What you guys talk about?
When you landed the killing blow on the archdemon at Weishaupt, I'm glad we didn't lose another good soul, Davron.
In death, sacrifice. There's some irony.
It can be its own bravery to go with the living.
I suppose. Least I'd have been missed.
From the Black Emporium. Dearest Rook, we at the Black Emporium value your patronage, and it is with a heavy heart that we write to you now to alert you to the miserable behavior. What? We haven't even been here yet. Okay, we're gonna read this afterwards. It's a bit lore breaking. We haven't even been to the Black Emporium yet. What do you mean?
Here it is.
Oh.
The Black Emporium.
Found it.
We have company. Urchin! Where is that urchin? Oh, don't tell me I've misplaced another one. No matter.
I'm sad my quality is so low I can't see what he looks like. Oh my god, all this textures look low. The hell? Oh, another candle hop. Okay, well, so what have you got here? I don't even know if I have money, but I wonder if this is just like shit that I missed. That's kind of what it made me see. Yeah. My assumption is this is stuff that I missed in other quests that I can't go back to because they said it was like forgotten items or something. And it's using the specter dust thing, so maybe so. Pillars of Kalsharok stone. We are the foundations of the great tide. Kalsharok stands until the last of us falls. Pungent perfume. The closer one is to the Grand Necropolis, the thicker the perfume grows. Council of Spirits. This book appears to tell the story of a debate held centuries long ago between a Tevinter Magister and a spirit speaking through a Ravani seer. Writ of Antivan Will. Reproduction of the contract drafted by Harris Grand Editante. The document that brokered the bond between King and Crow, securing the nation of Antia against the reach of the Empire. Toothed Ornament. A gem in a setting constructed from the bronze teeth of a Tezpadam or Deep Stalker. Macabre trinket of sharp objects that catch on everything. Okay, we get a better view of him now. He's loaded in a bit more. Damn, he is Eldritch Horror indeed. Pillars of Kalsharok blood. We are kin bound by blood, blood shared, and blood spilled in the dark. Memory. We are the living memory of our ancestors who dwell within us. We remember and are not alone. The Morn Watcher refused to lure the wisps of your lighthouse into a contraption of my invention to be preserved for eternity. I believe he went so far as to sabotage my device. It is now completely useless. The Grey Warden... Oh, sorry, this is Xenon speaking. Let me get up.
The Grey Warden refused to part with the Griffin for what he would consider to be a generous sum, and told me where I could shove my gold. Did you know? I had a Magister standing by, ready to miniaturize the creature, and had to send him away. The Magister required a hefty deposit for his time, which I am unable to recoup. And the little redhead was the worst. I had only begun to suggest she allow me a look at the famed crossbow Bianca when she pulled out a cheese knife and threatened to pry me from my chair and toss me into the harbor in a weighted sack. Please speak with them. I should hate to see our business relationships suffer as a result of their uncivil manners.
Hey, we're back, even though Ilario said not to come back with Lucanus.
Supplies for the injured and the blighted just arrived. Sent by the Shadow Dragons.
Allies in Minrathus. I never would have thought it.
I have already penned your thank you note. Rook, we have news about the Antam's experiments with Gatlock.
Okay.
What's happening?
They're working with Venatori to set off these new and improved explosives across the city.
The Antam will claim it was to scare away Darkspawn, while they destroy areas loyal to the Crows.
Our agents cannot be everywhere. I will mark several locations where they store this catlock. Destroy it discreetly.
Okay. So, this sounds side questy.
Hey, Lucanus. How's Spite?
In a killing mood. Though, after the latest casualty reports from home, so am I.
Okay.
You're late. And you brought a guest.
Thanks for having me.
I hope I'm not putting you out.
No, this is Tasha's home as much as mine, even if she does not visit very often.
I don't smell the Iskop. We always have Iskop on Tuesdays.
I am not yet finished with my studies. I thought you would help me tonight.
And by help, you mean do it all. You haven't even chopped the melons.
You swing axes all day. Do you lack the strength to chop a few melons? The runes on the tablet are written in the old Kunari tongue, but they are incomplete.
So they never finished it?
No. It is clearly finished, but parts of letters have been hidden somehow, rendering the tablet unreadable.
Maybe it's a code?
What if it's got some kind of secret code so that only the right people can read it?
That is unlikely.
Well,
I have studied the first expedition for decades. I have never seen the writing encoded.
What do you mean the first expedition?
Your history teaches that Kunari landed on Thedas 300 years ago, in the Steel Age. This is true, but incomplete. Almost 1,000 years earlier, the first expedition came only to vanish. They were Kunari who predated the Qun itself. That is what I study.
Here, food's ready.
This is not Iskop.
Wasn't feeling like Iskop. We're in Ravane. Might as well eat like it.
I see.
The new bookshelves should be here next week. Got him for you with some of the gold from the dragon.
You need not trouble yourself. My studies
why is she barefoot? The mom.
Okay. Bye.
This was such a weird
Thanks for coming.
encounter.
She used she. You haven't told her yet.
I was going to. Then we got here and she was like that.
You're worth standing up for.
You should be able to be yourself around her. Hey, you get to be who you are.
I know. I'll tell her.
When you're ready. On your terms.
Thanks.
Okay. They're really giving Tosh a lot of just like these weird mini. Like I get it. It's interesting. Obviously, I really enjoyed all these Tosh solo outings, but it's just there's all these little ones, and I don't know. Like a part of me just kind of wants there to be more focus on the plot with the character. As much as I like what they're doing with the character, I think it is also becoming apparent. It's like, this is our cool, we're cool with the kids thing. You know, we're hip. We're gonna talk about gender identity. It's like, okay, but Tosh is more than just a token character in that regard, you know, like, can they have an actual plot relevance and like story development? Oh, what the fuck is that? Soulless. You can't be doing that. Drawing giant murals of a fucking wolf head. And these wolf statues, bro. What have I stumbled upon? Hello? Oh, is this the top of the place? I don't know. I can't jump. Oh my god! What's the point? What's this balcony here for?
Hi, Emmerich. You've got a guest.
Ah, Rook. You remember the Hand of Glory?
Hard to forget. You figure out what those Venatori who broke into the necropolis were doing with it?
The Hand is how they broke in. The simpler undead are blind to its bearer when its tapers are lit. Sadly, only a death mage could have provided them with this forbidden necromancy.
Okay.
If they're helping the Venatori, that has to stop.
Agreed. I've made some inquiries. This man is one of the death mage's victims. If he knows where this rogue necromancer is hiding, my corpse whispering will give us the answer.
Oh my god. Literally every fucking dialogue choice option is just like, it's so weird. Like, we get it. We get the point of it. I talked about it already, but I'm just so surprised they're still going along with this line of dialogue of like, there's still a chance you could tell them it's fucking weird to be a necromancer. Well, let's get to it.
Floor's all yours.
It shouldn't take long. I must warn you, it will be harder to coax answers from this poor man than from the dead I spoke to in the necropolis. Let flame rekindle your sight. Let breath and light rise again.
Who did this to you?
Eyes hidden, dust and gold.
Give us a name.
They come for this one. The spirits shriek. They come.
A name?
He doesn't know a name. Oh. Well. Did he point at me when he said they come for this one?
Return to your rest.
You got so much control. Got a target.
That name sounds like a lead.
Blackthorn Manor is an abandoned country house outside Navarra City. Our victim mentioned spirits. If they've also fallen prey to forbidden magic, they'll need our help as well. Let's depart for Blackthorn when you're ready. I'd like to speak to the necromancer behind all this.
Ooh, I don't even know which quest to do next, to be honest. I kind of want to go in order of what people are giving me. So, like, Davron we've been putting off for a little bit. We should go help him with the Cauldron.
So, Tosh, the dragon hunter of this outfit.
Yep. And you do monsters.
Seems our work's going to overlap.
No, it's not. I handle dragons. You kill monsters. And darkspawn.
Dragons are monsters.
What? No, dragons are natural. Been around longer than we have. Darkspawn and monsters are just Vashidon that came later. And archdemons. You handle archdemons. Everything at Weishaupt was messed up.
In all kinds of ways.
I feel like that's a little unfair for Davron, you know. He's got a lot more on his plate.
You're still working.
Just finishing some things up.
You're avoiding something.
Looks like you're trying to stay awake.
Maybe. I want to rest, but I don't want to sleep. It's all... Ugh. I have dreams now.
Oh shit.
When I go to
Well, yeah,
sleep,
I assume so.
Dwarves don't dream.
She's connected.
Never have.
Solus used the dagger to rip the dreams from the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when I touched it, the dreams came back? It's unnerving. It's like my mind's telling a story to itself and is really bad at it.
Sounds fun.
Some people pay for entertainment like that.
I've had fun dreams, sure, but lately they've been more scary.
Right. Nightmares. I've read about them.
I've heard of
Usually
these
I'm being
nightmares.
chased or hunted. There's something that glows red, just out of my sight, and I know it's gonna get me, but
It's that fucking red creature
how I know.
we saw in Kal Shirak. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't want to. I know eventually I'm gonna have to say no to her, but like, why does it have to be worded like? I'm glad it's very explicit about what romance options there are, you know. And I've already committed. I haven't committed to Nev's romance, but like in my head, I'm like, okay, this is the Nev romance playthrough, so we need to stop. We need to cut off things with Harding eventually, but it's just such a good, you know, we're both dwarves. We're both, you know, I don't know. I just think it's cute, and I like flirting with Harding because I don't know, she's a cute character. I like a lot of these characters. I'm gonna have to watch a compilation. Well, I really do want to romance Harding on another playthrough, but I also like, I think the dwarf romance is just such a good pairing because they have so, you know, they share similarities and then they can, you know, bond over that stuff. So I don't know if I'm gonna play another dwarf though, is my issue. Okay, anyways. Does not commit to a romance. Let me see what the other options are. Something that glows red. I know it's gonna get me, but I don't know how. I know. Punch it. Kind of want to say punch it though. As much as I'm like, if I do this, I feel like there's gonna be some bad blood between Nev, Harding, and I. So I'm just gonna say no. Punch it. As much as I really want to say this, just know that, okay?
Turn around and face it.
You can do that in dreams?
And then punch it.
Sounds very unlikely.
You could try.
All right, I get it. I just have to deal with it. Huh. And now, I'm gonna get some sleep and hope the dreams are safe.
Good luck.
I know it's not intentional, but I feel like there almost was like a pained look in his eyes of like he wanted to say more. He wanted to do that romantic option of like, you know, what can I do for you? But again, I'm reading so much into it because there's no way the character design was that good. But like, there was a split second in his eyes and like his even his tone of voice of just like, well, good luck with that, you know. I feel like there was more there. There was more like I want to be there for you, but I can't because I'm already seeing Nev.
Feels like home.
Oh, got you a little big bonsai tree. He still thinks I'm flirting with him. Okay, thank you. Nev at least thinks that I'm flirting with her too. Just kidding, but like, Dafford still says it. Like, bro, I flirted with you one time. He's just like me for real. He's just like me for real.
So, Blackthorn Manor. Let's hope that necromancer working with the Venatori is around.
There's a malaise amongst the spirits here. Some form of confinement. This must be the place.
Right. So,
Ah.
why do we bring that?
Oh, it's essential we have the Hand of Glory.
I'll trust you on that.
I'm just grateful you know what to do with it.
It's a fascinating piece. The magic laid upon a Hand of Glory is complex. Whoever killed its donor left their mark.
So it'll lead us to whoever cut it off.
Precisely. Most likely the necromancer who's been helping the Venatori. It would have taken extraordinary skill to layer the involutions on this artifact. What a waste of talent.
And a person.
Bet whoever owned that hand agrees with you.
We'll put an end to whatever's happening in this manor. That, I promise.
Ah.
Forbidden necromancy can twist spirits. We must find this death mage and stop whatever they've done to them.
I'm just thinking maybe I messed up. I was playing around with my monitors because they weren't working the other day. So maybe that's why I'm getting motion sick, because I moved my monitor. Notes and calculations. Sinking a stapled tether here was worth the effort. No prying visitors so far. Time to plot the etheric variables. A joy after patching up the corpses in the Blackthorn's crypts. I must find better guards for my work. Hello. Oh, hello. Oh.
And demons.
Someone's torn a path into the
Oh,
Fade.
we're in the Fade?
It's imperative we find and stop this necromancer from keeping the Fade open.
Right with you. We don't need demons flooding the countryside.
Ink-slattered note. Sinking worth tether stable effort. Prying so far visitors variables. Plethoric help. Dead key she found. Joy patching. Corpse thorn and crypt help. Guards help work find better help. What the fuck? I'm wondering if because like it's the Fade, so it's an echo of the real or the material plane, whatever, not the real world. So maybe that's why the note was similar to the one we found, but it didn't make sense because it's like, you know, an echo, like we hello? Did I fall or am I?
Late as always, Professor.
Who?
It can't be.
But what else would one expect from Navarra's most eminent meddler?
Johanna Hesenkos.
You've met?
Oh, the Professor and I have known each other for ages. But only one of us realized the Watchers are no place for a mage with ambition.
She's you with no morals? Please, he looks so done with it.
So she's an evil watcher. That's great.
Only if she's beyond hope.
Spare me your sanctimonious bleating.
I don't feel like she's one of those people who we can talk no jutsu.
No. The stone knife in that lantern could permanently tear open the Fade here.
Correct. Only the foolhardy would shed blood near it in this state. So, let the Watchers mourn your pathetic death in the Fade, Emmerich Volkaren. Those that are left after my return.
I'm really curious why her one hand is behind her back.
No. What is she planning?
I was gonna say, like, I think it's just because I don't understand fully what's going on here, but I don't care too much about this subplot. Yeah, make
that.
there we go. It's not quite what I was expecting, but okay, that works.
You insufferable
Ah.
nuisances. How did you get out so quickly?
Where's Hezenkos's voice coming from?
The Hand of Glory resonates. It's pointing to the main hall.
Let's go.
Okay, I really have to use the bathroom.
Johanna summoning hostile spirits. That portal into the Fade won't close until we defeat them.
Lovely.
But we
Shut up.
still can't attack Hezenkos herself while she's holding that lantern.
The entire countryside would be torn apart in a maelstrom.
Bro. So, what are we supposed to do? She's gonna flail that thing around at us. I mean, she probably won't want to endanger it either, but still, like, we can't stop her without getting the lantern away from her.
So you crawled your way out of the Fade.
It's not difficult for those who treat spirits better than tools to an end, Johanna.
Sentimental drivel. You may have stopped my work here, but Navarra City will know its new ruler.
Fight us or don't. Like, I'm tired of
this or not?
A death wish. You and Valkaran must be quite the pair. Though the professor clearly avoided mentioning his old colleague in exile.
We made every attempt to bring you to reason.
I gave you every chance to join me instead of whining endlessly about your mortality. But I must thank you for returning.
Her voice
something
sounds so
dear to
familiar.
me.
I'm trying to remember.
Lovely to have my
Yeah, I
hand
knew it was her
back.
fucking hand. Like, bro, she wasn't showing that shit the whole time. What are we doing right now?
I'd exchanged it with the Venatori for some favors after entering this condition.
Johanna, what have you done?
What you never had the courage to.
Ah. I don't know. Just something about this plot line I don't care about.
It's over. Emmerich still sense anything wrong?
We were successful. Johanna's magic no longer chains the spirits, and the Fade is still.
Great. Okay. But let's talk back at the lighthouse.
Isn't this an abandoned estate? Why is there like a whole ass smorgasbord here?
At least we freed those spirits from their suffering. Shall we depart?
Yep.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
Gladly.
I've done everything I care to do.
Oh, the Song of the Chambers won't have anything on what Johanna's... Perhaps the Waking Scrolls? No. Manfred, have you seen the Fellmarch manuscripts?
Tell me about Hezenkos.
Remember how I said we should talk?
Indeed. Johanna Hezenkos was a watcher. She was banished for embracing the darker paths of our art.
Okay.
Forbidden magic, blood sacrifice, nothing is beyond her if it leads to power, recognition, or both.
Sounded like you knew her before all that.
We were friends, once.
Some friend.
Someone like that had friends.
Things used to be different. She truly was brilliant, and we got on so well as students. We partnered on papers, rituals, research. Yet even then, Johanna considered the Watcher's oaths quaint. This isn't the first time we've crossed paths since she was exiled, but now I fear she's turned herself partly undead.
I figured.
The part where she had burning lights for eyes clued me in.
It's just
And a
her
ghost
to
hand.
taunt me with it. You saw Johanna's lantern of unwilling souls. A necromancer could create monstrous undead with that much stolen life.
Hezenkos was yelling a lot about conquering Navarra City.
We must stop her, Rook. Thank you, Manfred. Quite right. The Order's knowledge will see us through.
All right.
Hezenkos had been stopped. For now. But she had big plans for Navarra. City conquering, new ruler plans. And while she had some regrets about long-lost friendships, she knew her greatest invention was going to bring down the house.
Yeah, Borgoth. I'm so surprised. Like, okay, we can talk about it in a second. Emmerich discovered an old colleague inside Blackthorn Manor, the exiled Mornwatcher Johanna Hezenkos. Joanna, I don't know. She had created a dangerous fade rift that lured in spirits so she could drain their power with an enchanted lantern. While Emmerich and the team closed the rift, Hezenkos escaped, boasting she would use the now energized lantern to conquer Navarra City. Emmerich lamented the dark power-hungry path his one-time friend had taken, but renewed his pledge to stop her. I don't know. Like, for whatever reason, I just don't care about this plotline. What I was going to say is, it was interesting that I'm going back to Zara from I was gonna call him Lucario, from Lucanus's storyline. You know, I was expecting her to be his like big antagonist, but we killed her already, so it's obviously Ilario. But also, I'm just like, Lucanus's thing was not really even a side quest; it's the main quest. Because same thing with Davern. Davern's Gloomhowler thing is the main quest at the moment, obviously. So I'm just curious, like, where
Not a bad view.
we're going with all that. But I really want to play, but I'm also, I don't want to like play, you know. I just want to experience the story right now.
Alara, it seems like your brother Syrian's mixed up with the wrong crowd.
Yeah, I still don't understand.
Well, the Grey Wardens have taught me that no one's beyond redemption.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm okay with doing a redeeming Syrian arc. Emmerich, I'm sorry, but this Hezenkos lady, I don't think we're gonna redeem her at all. Let's see, what do you want, Harding?
Meet me in Ravane? I've got sparring
Oh.
practice with the lords, and I could use the sea air. So could you.
You know, that sounds quite nice.
All right then. I'll see you soon.
Okay. The bond rekindled. Spend time with Harding. Forbidden dream. The petrified tentacles of an unknown creature extrude from the skull. The origin point seems to be within the skull itself. Do the tentacles come from the Fade? Harding plans to own her skills at the Hall of Valor and would enjoy company.
They said I could find you here.
Good timing. I think I'm done for the day. The Lords of Fortune don't mess around, do they? Hey, thanks for the lessons. I'll be back. Ugh, I'm beat. I just gotta...
You just gotta...
Do you feel that? It's dark. And they're so afraid. So alone.
Harding? What's happening?
There's so many of them. All in my head. So much.
Talk to me, Harding.
Shit. Oh, shit. Hey, let's just talk. Talk to me.
I could feel it. Rippling through the stone. Confusion. Isolation. Fear.
Whose fear?
Whatever was after me has turned on the dwarves. It's drawing me out. Drawing me down.
I'll come with you.
And if I know you, you're gonna go because people are in danger.
Absolutely.
Then so will I.
Good. That means whatever's out there better run.
Oh shit. Going back to Kel Shirak? What's going on? Why do we have to go all the way out to the Hall of Valor for this? We didn't even do anything here. It was just a conversation. Oh my god. I thought we were going to be part of this. Like, oh, we're going to train in the Hall of Valor arena fight. Yeah. And then it turns into, oh, I'm done with the Hall of Valor now. Let's just... what's happening? Are we...
Find any good loot lately?
What just happened? Girl. What the fuck? We didn't even get a new... That's stupid. We didn't even get anything for Harding. It was just like, oh, the voices in my head are hurting me. I need to help them. And then... That was such a weird, stupid pacing. I'm sorry. Whoa.
Miriam daggers vibrating like a song in a wine glass. Those voices.
I'm sure it's fine. Actually, what is this thing? The Tree of Echoes, huh? Wait. This has always been here, but like, maybe it's something new I can interact with it?
Striking the crossroads without forethought would be folly. The rebellion controlled it for far too long. Its defenses will be artfully hidden.
You will not press. Our forces are cunning and sharp.
Fenharel's spite is endless and his trickery not easily overcome. He will have traps in wait. A crossroads in ruin is no good to us.
That was Elganon and Gillenane. Were we eavesdropping on the past?
The dagger. Of course, Solus found a way to spy on the other gods.
Let's hope it doesn't work both ways.
So hold on. The Blight was the severed.
Dreams.
Right. Dreams of the Titans. And they were driven mad by imprisonment?
Yep.
How do you wrap your head around that?
The same way you wrap your head around the elven gods talking to mortals as the Tevinter old gods who were really their dragon thralls. Reality is wild. Just go with it.
There's a haunting.
Are these dice? We have D20 heads? Is this a... I don't want to say it's a Critical Role reference, but... The Skeleton Crew, I don't know. That sounds familiar, I don't know.
Tosh, are you alright? You're limping.
I'm not.
Okay, that was an exaggeration, but you're favoring your left...
Oh, right. Yeah. Bruised toe.
Ah.
It's fine. How did you even notice? What? Were you looking at my legs?
Tosh, you're twice my height. From where I stand, you're all legs.
They come together eventually.
Are they? I don't hate it, because honestly, I see the vision. I see the vision. Wait, didn't Emmerich want to talk or something? Yeah. Okay, we need to go back to Emmerich. I forgot. We'll do that in a second. I forgot Emmerich wanted to give me a call. Ooh, what's going on?
Hey, Rook. Come to stare into the fire. I've heard that helps people think. Can't say I've had luck with it.
Well. Hey, you want to talk?
You know, we have more comfortable rooms and basically infinite space, so why
does the trained assassin prefer a quiet, unassuming spot with good choke points?
Guess you just answered that question.
Besides, I'm closer to the coffee.
Okay, here he goes with this fucking coffee again. You got a whole bag of coffee beans in there? What the... Oh my god, boy, you need some... You got some fruits at least, okay. You got another 2 bins of coffee beans. You got 7 mugs. Boy, if you don't do it, balanced diet.
Hey, do you know someone named Traylon? Little bit younger than you. Dark hair, big for an elf.
Oh, I know him. Knew him. I mean, when we were kids. Is he a warden friend of yours?
He was, until Weiss helped. Now they want to find his family. Tell them he died a hero.
I'll talk to Strife. He'll know what to do.
Is Strife? They're not a Dalish clan. Never mind. I was gonna say, is Strife the keeper of their clan? But the JL Jumpers are not a clan.
Ah, hello there. Just admiring how carefully the Fade is woven into this place, as cultivated as a palace garden.
That's old elven stuff for you. Magic everywhere you look, and also where you don't.
I do envy you, Rook.
Really?
A young rebel striking from the shadows against Tevinter's empire? Not to mention traveling with Varric. The adventures you've already had.
There have been moments.
Guess I have had some pretty great times.
Oh, I'd love to hear about more of them.
Really?
Work was always my excuse not to travel. But now that I've joined you, I'm finally exploring outside Navarra's crypts. Ah, speaking of the necropolis.
Yes?
I've been meaning to ask how you'd like your body prepared in the event of your death.
Oh, I'm not going to die. Haven't considered it.
Never given it much thought.
You hadn't?
Okay.
Ah, he's finished the reagent. Please excuse us. Excellent work, Manfred.
Okay.
Davrin, I think this is where those wardens were attacked. The Cauldron.
Let's have a look.
Ooh, it's open.
Yeah, a bad day at the Cauldron.
What could do that?
What have they been hiding inside?
No time to waste.
We won't find out standing around here.
Be ready for anything.
Hello? I like how I said,
This up there.
you know, this will probably be quick. It's only exploring that takes forever. And then this turned into an exploration because it's part of the main map.
Lucanus, if you lose control of Spite, I'll have to put you both down.
You guys must be getting along now.
Good. But you should know, all the people who ever tried to kill me are dead.
Tosh will have my back. You can't handle both of us.
I once killed half a dozen Venatori while stuck inside an elevator. I'll take my chances.
Okay, Steve, I see you. Surprise, motherfucker! I can't go that far. Ah! Very nice. Okay, let me get off this thing. They just climbed the walls like this. What the hell?
I hope this place doesn't collapse on top of us.
If they named it the Cauldron, it probably wasn't great on its best day.
We're not in yet. This is just an outer courtyard. The Cauldron would be underground. We need to find a way in.
I see. Since I got you.
What is all this?
Here we go.
Oh no. Looks useful if you want to move heavy equipment or something. Maybe the Cauldron's armory.
Could be. Why hide it all the way out here? Doesn't make sense.
We won't know until we get inside.
Dead wardens.
Damn. They must have tried to stop the Gloomhowler.
What's going on this? Hello? Oh. I was doing my skill, thank you.
So, what do we have here?
A dumping ground. Looks like every dangerous artifact or weapon the Wardens ever came across.
Are they connected to the Gloomhowler?
Wouldn't mind having some of this stuff for myself.
Don't even think about it. If it's also dangerous, the Wardens locked it away. We're not touching anything.
Weathered plaque, a new monster for cataloging in the bestiary. Be very careful, it's not entirely dead. What? I want to read all this shit, but there's no plaques for these things. Like, what are these giant books? Why is there a nug just standing up like this? What's this statue of, you know? Nobody knows what this is or what it does. It looks like a weapon, but when our wardens captured it, they heard it growling. Our mages theorized it's a shapeshifter. Keep under lock and key. Well, it's fucking open, so... Is that the thing, or was something in there?
We're in. Welcome to the Cauldron.
Still don't understand what this place is.
Let's find out.
I have a feeling it's a fucking prison. Judging by all the gates and shit that's locked away here. And again.
The doors are marked with dates. 325?
524 here.
And 931 over there.
It's Blight's. The year they ended.
Yeah.
That's not ominous.
Look for a door we can open.
Are they locking blights down here? Maybe the architect... No, the architect's not gonna be... They're never gonna bring out the architect again, bitch. I haven't received word. The Gloom Howler has attacked a secret Grey Warden redoubt, the Cauldron. Well, here we go.
Bones. A dead animal?
Seems a little careless.
This can't be... It's a griffin.
Oh, this? Oh. Interesting. Griffin bones, okay. Scary, spooky, scary.
Davrin, how exactly did the griffins go extinct?
They died out fighting the fourth blight.
Then the wardens hid them here? Why not bury them properly?
Oh, are these all like urns of
It's like they were keeping it secret.
griffins? We were told to keep track of the griffin names for a memorial, but there are just too many of them. Nobody wants to be here. It's awful handling these remains. 3 wardens already walked off the job. Yeah, well, I don't blame them.
Hear that? The Gloom Howler's around here somewhere.
Good. We need to save those griffins she stole.
Oh.
These bones look wrong. Like they're diseased.
Oh, God.
Or blighted.
Yeah.
What? How? I don't like this.
This place sucks. Sorry for interrupting your telling us on to do something. Oh my god, oh fucking ooh. I'm glad I'm ending on this one, but also like I'm getting goosebumps. This place is creepy. Oh, is that a dragon?
Unbelievable.
An archdemon? Yeah, yeah. Oh my god.
So that's what the Cauldron really is. A giant tomb.
All those rooms with the dates of the blights?
More archdemons. This one would be Zazakel.
This place feels wrong. Like someone doing blood magic.
The Gloom Howler's in here somewhere. Let's find it.
I guess because like what else are you doing with their body? You know, I don't understand why you would need it. But like how do you dispose of it maybe? God. Yeah. Fuck you. Come on out here. Shut up. Jesus, that was a lot. Oh my god. Girl. Not that. Those darkspawn can get it through. Come on.
Surrounded by friends. Surrounded by sharp claws.
Whoever you are, face me!
Hey! Oh my god.
What are you?
A ward against the darkness.
You are the darkness. You're a monster.
To those who made me,
Where are the other griffins?
I liberated them.
Liberated?
What does that mean? What are you going to do with them?
Free them from the tyranny of the Wardens.
Huh?
Grey Wardens rid the world of horrors like you.
They created the horrors. The bones of griffins abandoned in this cauldron. Proud warriors forgotten.
Who are you?
Stop being fucking cryptic. Okay. Bro. Like, you're obviously blighted.
Blood offers protection.
Archdemon blood? You're blighting them?
Protecting them. The same blood runs through your veins, Warden. Join with us and honor their future.
I die first.
Then this is your tomb.
Is that a song? Look out, Hassan! Don't get stabbed! Don't get stabbed with the archdemon blood. What? Oh, I need some health packs. I need some potions. Oh my god. What's going on with this Gloom Howler? What kind of shit are they saying?
The Gloom Howler's gone.
It's okay. Let it go.
If you say so.
Whatever you say. I need to catch my breath.
Yeah.
We all should.
I ain't got time for that.
Never hunt things you don't understand. The Gloom Howler is more than a monster.
Your quarry, you're cool.
I got what I needed. The sun stripped a piece of its clothing.
Oh.
Gives me something to go on.
Sure. Whatever.
Even though I told you to stay put.
He did save you.
He could have been killed.
He cares about you. That's part of your talent, right?
Well, I suppose that was good form, extending your talons. That'll leave a scratch. Yeah, you're getting the hang of things. Now let's go, boy. This place is pure evil.
I still don't quite understand what this place is. So they're like I said, I think it's the cleanup crew after a blight. They house the dragons, the archdemons. But I don't know. I don't think we're supposed to know yet. But what's going on with the Gloom Howler? You know. I think the Gloom Howler basically wants to blight the rest of the griffins. But why? You know, it was saying something about like, yo, if you really care about the griffins, you're on my side or something. I don't know. So what kind of fuck shit did the wardens do basically to drive the griffins to extinction, you know? Is it just like PETA gone bad? Is that what Gloom Howler is? You know, I'm not getting into a whole debate about PETA right now, but yes, you know, PETA is not the best place group anyways, but my point is, you know, is the Gloom Howler just like nature conservationist to the extreme, kind of like Poison Ivy, bioterrorist kind of thing, like let them be free and I will protect them by blighting them. I don't know. I don't get how that helps, but
Can't say I ever want to see this place again.
I am curious about where this plotline's going. Much more than Emmerich's. I'm sorry, Emmerich.
Me too.
It's just a different, I don't know.
Archdemon blood's as dangerous as it gets. Grey Wardens keep it locked away for good reason. The stuff is pure evil. But not as evil as using it to blight the only griffins in the world. Now the Gloom Howler held that honor. Hassan's brothers and sisters needed a miracle. And it would be up to Davrin and his flying friend to deliver.
Okay. The Cauldron. After confronting the Gloomhowler at the Cauldron, Davin was horrified to learn the monster there was there to extract Archdemon blood in a dastardly plan to blight the kidnapped griffins. The Gloomhowler escaped and remains at large, threatening Hassan's brothers and sisters with unspeakable evil.
I need to get the team around the table and talk about what's next.
Okay. Well, there you have it. That is what we're going to do next time. Looks like journal-wise, we are caught up. We have the level 50 dragon plus this area, which I don't really think we have access to still. Let me go through my shit. From the vault, dear Rook, we thank you again for cleansing the vault of the beloved. Ceremonies we have not been able to perform for decades have been renewed, now that malign spirits cannot manifest within. I would go into more detail, but the trans-elementation involved is one of the Watcher's secrets. I assure you it is largely safe by the standards of the Order. Cordially yours, Myrna, Keeper of the Seals. Oh, lots of codex. Great. Fun. Archdemon Bones. Dumbest thing I ever did was start that stupid fight. Yeah, I had too much ale. Yeah, my mouth gets away from me. And yeah, I shouldn't have punched Pike. How was I supposed to know your commander was in the tavern? And now, he's banished us to stand guard in this horrible place, the Cauldron. Today, they hauled in some Archdemon bones. It was enough to drive me to drink again. Just knowing they're sitting there in the vault, all that darkness and evil still lingering, I can smell it. And there are other things in these vaults that shouldn't be. Some odd skeletons. Pike says they look like griffin bones, but I don't want to think about that. The ale can numb only so much. Letter written by Warden Isaac of the Cauldron Brigade. Davern's journal on the Cauldron. They weren't kidding about the Cauldron. I'd heard rumors over the years that some secret warden fortress, but I'd also heard rumors that Weishaupt was built on a mountain of gold hoarded by greedy dwarves. Most of these tales start over an ale at the tavern and get wilder by the end of the night. Not this one. Cauldron has to be the scariest place I've ever been. It was as close to breathing in pure evil as I've ever experienced. Dead griffins, dead archdemons, all the nightmares locked away for hundreds of years, oozing darkness. If I don't survive this, if the worst happens to the wardens, at least this will serve as proof that the Cauldron is real, and anyone reading this should never think about going there. Griffin Distinction Part 2. I can't get what we saw at the Cauldron out of my mind. A whole room of griffin skeletons. It didn't seem real at first. Griffins have become almost a myth in warden history, just something we read about in books. Then 13 of them pop up alive, and now at least 100 dead ones today. When I was looking into how they disappeared all those years ago, I never wondered where they were buried. But now it's the main question. Why weren't they given proper graves? Why were so many of them being hidden in the same place we hide our dead archdemons? The Cauldron is where dangerous secrets are concealed from the world. Not griffins. It bothers me that the Gloomhowler is the one bringing this all to light. Gloomhowler Part 2. Gloomhowler is a whole new class of monster. It's smarter than anything else I've hunted before. In those things it shouldn't. It controls Darkspawn, and now it's laid a trap for us at the Cauldron. The fact that it found the Cauldron is bad enough. It must be going after Grey Wardens for information, which explains how it knows so much. I can't imagine what that's like, enduring torture at the hands of such a nightmarish fiend. Nothing in any of the bestiaries I've read comes close to describing this thing. My only lead is the scrap of cloth Hassan tore off in the fight in the Cauldron. Maybe that will give us something to go on. I have to find this monster. The Griffin's lives depend on it. Dawn of Consciousness. Let us consider wisps and urges slighter than wisps. When do these forces, I dare not call them beings at this juncture, begin to change? How does one discern the slow shift from pure magic to that which can name its own interests? What begets a spirit's own self-reflection? These questions are the moral bedrock of necromancy. Ever present and vital, they reveal the dignity inherent to us all, mortal and otherwise, by their answers. Beginning of a monograph by Emmerich, The Dawn of Consciousness, and Exploration of the Nature of Wisp. New Flora. Nature's overwhelming variety outside my kingdom has been revelation. It's one thing to see the illustrations in botanical studies, another to touch the bole of a young pine tree or pluck silver fruits from a bush unknown in Navarra. I must note down the more interesting flora. Drake-tooth hawthorn, vicious leaves. Davern showed me one rooted in a sheer cliff in the Anderfels. The Brazilian bitter cherry, a wonderful scent, but the fruit's entirely what it sounds like. Harding's giggling should have warned me. Ansberg moaning willow. How novel. Unlike some of the willows in the necropolis, these don't appear to produce any noises of their own at all. Okay. Hazenkost note, necromancy's potential. What the necromancers of the Grand Necropolis fail to understand again and again is how atrophied death magic is outside Navarra. For Eldon's mages, blindly following the old elemental primers, or Lay's mages, too caught up in politics to risk looking unseemly. To Winter's mages, some decent death magic hobbled by their obsession with blood. The free marchers aren't even worth considering after the disaster in Kirkwall. We, Navarra, have the only mages specialized in the very art of life and death itself, yet none of the doddering rulers of our little kingdom has the slightest interest in what we could accomplish. Terms of a bargain. Notes from Emmerich attached to a letter. You may find this interesting, Nev. Correspondence between Joanna and the Venatori from Blackthorn Manor. To the necromancer Hezenkos, as agreed, 10,000 ingots of tempered silverite for a portion of the raw magic you siphoned from the Fade. When last we spoke, you indicated you needed certain materials vital for a necromantic work beyond the imagination of you zealots. Our dignity would not normally suffer insults such as these yet again from you, but if you would be willing at least to share some necromantic tricks particular to the Watchers, we can supply more rarities for your grand project. 10,000 ingots. There wasn't a scrap of silverite in the manor. What's Joanna got with it all? Done with it all. Tale of Blackthorns. History of Blackthorn Manor. There is a misconception that the Blackthorns originated outside Navarra, as their surname consists of 2 syllables instead of the usual Navarran 3. Pentagast. Okay, I was thinking of Cassandra's last name. Like, is that true? I guess so. The family takes their name from the estate, which is a gift bestowed by Queen Vanesca IV. 20 generations have walked its rolling meadows, fished its ponds, and nursed the gardens that delight the gentry, unfortunate enough to be invited to the autumn ball. Clearly written during better days, no one knows what truly befell the Blackthorns. There are rumors of salacious affairs, suspicious deaths, and untended crypts. I suspect the veil has always been thin around the manor. Perhaps it's best no scion has appeared to claim its halls. Oh no, Obverse of Reality. I picked this one up. In the Fade, form does not spring from function. It is separate in ways the waking world cannot permit. Nightmare's corridors have no real-life counterparts. What determines which sections of the physical world are echoed in the Fade? Is there an underlying logic or glacial patterns past comprehension? Do our collective fears and longings craft what we see? The will of a mage is especially potent. We may learn to shape the Fade's pathways if we are ever mindful of the dangers this invites. I'm excited about writing a lot of these things. Harding's notes, Stalgard. Oh, he's the dude from Kalsharok. Stalgard and I have been corresponding, and he's been patient with my endless questions. I've learned so much. Kalsharok society is structured differently from anything I know. They abandoned the traditional dwarven caste system ages ago. Now you have people like Stalgard, a stonemason and also a midwife in training. Okay? I just assumed he was a warrior. Of course he's that too, because everyone in Kalsharok is a warrior, even Stalgard's sister, who is primarily a scholar. Everyone helps keep the Tig safe. Stalgard says he has a few more months of deep roads patrols before he goes back to his building projects. He gets really excited about mortar. I still don't know if Stalgard is his first name or his last, and it feels a bit rude to ask at this point. It sucks when these little lights don't update, because I don't know if I read them or not. The Joyous Wyvern. And so the Joyous Wyvern ran, over field and through the wood, until she reached her long-missed cave, and thought, yes, this was good. Excerpt from the Joyous Wyvern. Note attached in Lucanus' handwriting. Emmerich, do the books here come from outside the Fade, or did the Lighthouse create them? This was read to me as a small child. I have not seen a copy since. How is there one here? Below in Emmerich's. Fascinating line of inquiry. No doubt it is tied to the Lighthouse's enchantments. If we could find a copy of the book back in our own realm, and then compare the two texts, we might learn if the one you found was taken from your memory. Scrawled in Nev's hand. More proof this place senses pieces of our thoughts. Interesting. Script for Shathan. I've been talking to people from Tevinter and bad. Trans woman talked to me about gender. She's a mage. Worse. You know how we're not really in the queue, but also not really Ravani? I'm that, but for gender. Weak. Hey, this might make you angry. She'll argue. I've been talking to people. Do not say Tevinter about gender stuff. Do you know what's being Do you know what being non-binary is? I've been thinking, maybe if it's okay. No, Mavara said not to say it like a question or like I'm asking permission. I identify as am non-binary. It means I don't feel like weak, uncertain. I'm non-binary. It means I am not a man or a woman. I use they instead of she now. Short, clear, should work. What's that? Letter from Tosh to local Ravani guards about Karash. I've explained this before. Karash isn't Untom. He was with... Did I read this one? I read this one. I was confused. It looked like there was a light there, but I guess not. It's easy to think that the Antam broke from the Qunari as one, but the reality is that of a vase shattering into countless shards, each broken in its own way, reflecting the warlord who now leads each kith. Some, like the butcher in Treviso, use their new freedom to indulge in cultures long forbidden to them. Others, like Atashak, Dragon King, or Iskatari, Master Killer, in Ravane, reject foreign cultures and either lean on the trappings of the Antam or invent a heritage to inspire the loyalty of their soldiers. What seems consistent among the Antam warlords is cruelty, from Bakanasar, Flaming Wind, whose ships terrorize the northern coast, to Kashtar, Jewel Taker, whose kith have become a bandit army in the mountains outside Merotheus. I believe the reason to be twofold. First, these kith shocks feared that their army might turn upon them as they turned upon the Irish shock, so they drive the soldiers through fear. Second, there are very few kind and thoughtful Antam. It's an observation, not an insult. Kuhn has two words for healer. One is Rathari, a healer priest, whose name literally means one who helps. The other is Maradim, an Antam battlefield healer, whose name comes from Maritawadim, or do not let them fall. Those under the Kuhn have jobs selected for them by their teachers, so any young Qunari too thoughtful or too sensitive for the harsh life of the Antam would have been made Rathari instead of Meridim. Qunari, in their wisdom, decided that all children who were naturally prepared to follow orders and hurt others should be placed in the Antam, and this is the result. There are few Antam, not kith shocks, but individual soldiers who did not break from the Kuhn. Their help is the only reason the betrayed Arishok survived. They and the former Arishok have renounced their Antam status and now serve under the defense branch of the Ben Hasrath as the Qunari, their body in rebellion, try to survive with mind and soul alone. Excerpt from Marla Kuhn, Loss of Reason, Seer Rowan of Daresmund. Mud. Autolog notes on the Lighthouse. The Lighthouse is a fancier version of flying buildings in Tevinter. I know we learned that trick from the old elves. It takes more magic to keep rocks floating in the real world than out here. That has to be why ancient elves built so many things in the Fade. You don't have to use as much magic when you're already always breathing it in. This place better not mess up my lungs. The lighthouse is well warded. In any event, your respiratory system shouldn't be affected merely by being in the Fade. Okay, thanks. That's all I cared about. Why were these notes next to Hassan's water dish? I didn't move them. Nor I. Those damn wisps. Logs from the watchtower. Though faded by time, this logbook is partially legible. Third watch, the Helenaris returned. I charged the wards and they drifted over us unsuspecting, I hope. Sonnen argued again that we should turn the lances of the Vir Eluvelin upon the what are the fucking names? Upon the Helenaris, as if the Vir Eluvelin were weapons rather than June's cleverest inventions. I pointed out again that channeling the deep light of the Fade upon creatures born from it seems unwise. But wisdom is wasted on Sonnen. Later, wards dormant. Sonnen drinking. Later, wards dormant. Sonnen used the Vir Eluvelin to charge them. Drunk, he asked if I had ever looked into the lenses of the lance beam and seen them. I had no reply. Later, wards dormant. Sonnen asleep. I must watch. I will not look. On rifts and ritual research. These dense research notes appear to be studies of the veil, ritual experiments, and conversation with spirits. A few passages stand out. Rifts in this veil are spawned by death and bloodshed, or their memory. Even mortal regrets have such power. The Avanuris are not given to introspection. Erosion of the walls above them may run slow. The callousness is half their binding. Elsewhere around an anatomical sketch. Reclaimed, though damaged beyond repair, the anchor's condition, used to both mend and destroy, is fascinating. A detailed study will consume what remains, but it may also yield the final elements that have eluded me. Elsewhere around a familiar ritual diagram. At last, all my sacrifices are paid for this, a perfect reparation. Okay, we're going to pretend I read everything, because I do not know, and I'm not going to spend all that time finding out. Yeah, pretty decent. Oh my god, it's already that long. I always end up recording longer than I'm expecting. Fun times. What did we do today? We flirted with Nev. We kind of like, we didn't lock in the romance, but like, you know, we're getting there on the romance, which is nice. We had to let Harding down. I'm really excited for the like just her personal story. I am intrigued in a Harding romance in a future playthrough, but as far as just Harding as a character, I really like her companion story, and I want to see more of it when we get there. We did a little bit with Tosh, just like a little dinner meeting. Again, Tasha's getting a lot of little vignettes, which I like, but I'm also just like, can we get more from Tosh besides just, I'm dealing with gender shit? You know? We haven't dealt with the fact that Tosh is a dragon, or fire-breathing Kunari, and how that relates to Kunari ancestry or whatever, and how there is this Dragon King Antom person who is looking for her. None of that has happened yet, so I want to get back to that storyline. We went to Treviso and helped Lucanus out. Zara's fucking dead, which seemed like a bigger plot point, but you know, we kind of outed Ilario in a sense. Lucanus is still holding on to hope that Ilario is not evil, but he is at least using blood magic, which is concerning. And then just now the Cauldron. I'm excited for that. We did something with Emmerich. Again, I'm not really interested in Emmerich's storyline, unfortunately. I am going to play it, obviously. I'm in for a penny at this point, you know. I'm at 85% map completion. We are going to try to 100% this game, so, you know, it will get done. I just, if I had to rank the companion quest right now, Emmerich is probably at the bottom. You know, I like everyone else's a lot more. So, yeah, we'll see what happens next time. You know, we helped out Davern and Lucanus with their things, so we're gonna go back to the Lighthouse of Fighting Chance. Elgranon and Gillenay make their next move. The team is determined to be ready. They've renewed their focus on tracking down the gods' agents intended to personal matters that have been haunting them. We are low on quests right now, so I'm curious to see what we're gonna do, what kind of conversation is gonna be had back at the Lighthouse. Anyways, thanks for joining me. I will see you in the next video. Bye.